I have loaded this class, period 2, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 students in it. So let's go to pick a pair with it and see what happens. So we need to do this redundant move here and load that class again. And then let's pick a pair here. It'll say there's a pair, there's a pair, there's a pair. And then the odd person will be asked to join another pair, so that there'd be one group. Instead of having one person by themselves, they can choose to add themselves to another group if you have an odd number of students. Now, let's call up that other one, that really strange class where I called people by names, and let's go to assign groups. And how many groups do you want? So let's say I wanted to put in 4 groups, and I selected class 3 and I said go. Now you can type in whatever name they want to put in here. If they want to put in Hunter or something, see something on television. But if they have trouble finding, or if you want to control it, you could say I want mathematicians, and then you get a whole combo box of mathematicians, or authors, scientists, or just all mixed up strange things, just names that came to my mind. So let's say we had mathematicians, and then we choose one like Pascal and click on the box, and that group becomes Pascal. And then Euler, Archimedes, and Fibonacci. Go on and sort. So we're going to start in on this, and this is the names of the kids, and like I said, they're strange names because they're not really names. Sort the class, and it's got the 4 names of the groups, and it'll pretend it's thinking. The groups are already decided, but the names of the students would come up. It would be more realistic if I used real names here, but I was just trying to show you that whatever you write in, that's what it's going to think is the name of the students. So this goes on for a while, and then they can see what group they belong to. In this case, it's not so important or critical that all the groups have the same number of students, just close. So it will pick them in groups. Now, I want to make a disclaimer here. One year, a couple made it known that they were going to the prom together, and people said, I didn't know you knew that person. And they said, Pick a Kid kept putting us together. That's how we got to know each other. And so all of the matchmaking done by Pick a Kid is not my fault. But the kids made quite a joke out of it because they actually got to form new friendships because of, and dating partners from Pick a Kid. It's people that they wouldn't necessarily talk to, but in the end they found out that they had a lot in common and could do math together. Now they're all sorted. Now if I go print, it's going to print these groups out of my default printer. So if you want to work with the same groups the next day, you can have a record of it. And the notepad copies, in case you lose that piece of paper, are in the folder with it. So let's see if we can see this. If I can get back to the end of this, or where the folder was for this Pick a Kid. See, one of the group's names was Archimedes, and it was from period 3. So these are the students that were in Archimedes with those strange names. And these are the students that are in that. There also becomes something that you can use with keeping up group points. And it brings up the names of the groups, and right now they all have 0 points, but say now you were putting problems up on the board and the groups were working on them, and say Pascal's group got 1 right, then you'd say 1, or maybe they got 5 points because they came in first, and Archimedes came in second with the right answer, and this one 3 and 2, and then it will add those points in, and so then you say they got them all right again, and 1, 2, 3, add, and it keeps a running total. And then actually when we close this and we open this up tomorrow, if we added keeping points up for period 3, it's going to come back and keep track of the number of points that they had from the day before. So you would want to keep the data for a particular class in its own folder so you don't get it mixed in with another class. So this was Pick a Kid 2, Pick a Kid Plus, which could put kids in pairs or in groups and could keep group points. There had to be more to come, and there is. Bye.